Introduction of common API security testing methodology. API security testing methodology typically involves a series of steps to evaluate the security posture of an API. The following are some of the commonly used methodologies. Number one, authentication and authorization testing. This methodology involves testing the authentication and authorization mechanism of an API. It aims to ensure that the only authorized user can access the API, that they have the necessary permissions to perform the desired actions. The primary goal is to ensure that the authorized user can access the API and that they can perform the action they are authorized to perform, while unauthorized users are blocked from accessing the API. Authentication testing involves verifying that the API can accurately identify and authenticate users, typically by validating the user's identity using credentials like a username and password, or through other means like token-based authentication or biometric authentication. Authorization testing involves verifying that the API can accurately determine what actions a user is authorized to perform based on their role, permissions, or other access controls. This helps to ensure that user can only perform actions that they are explicitly authorized to do. By conducting authentication and authorization testing, developers can identify and fix potential vulnerabilities and security issues in their API, helping to ensure that it is secure and sensitive data and resources are protected. The next one we have input validating testing. This method involves the testing of input parameters of the API for various types of vulnerabilities, such as injection attacks, cross-site scripting, XSS, and buffer overflow. It aims to ensure that the API can handle input data in a secure manner. So why is it so crucial? Input validation testing is a crucial part of API security testing that involves verifying that an API can handle different input types data securely. The methodology typically involves testing for various types of vulnerability such as injection attacks, cross-site scripting, and buffer overflows among others. During input validation testing, testers typically attempt to enter different types of data to ensure that the API can handle them securely. They may also try to input man-formed data, data that exceeds specified limits, and data containing special characters to see how the API handles them. The goal of input validation testing is to ensure that the API is secure against common input based attacks that could compromise its security. This can help to prevent unauthorized access to sensitive data, data breaches, and other security incidents. By performing input validation testing, organizations can ensure that their APIs are robust, secure, and reliable.